Inflation's been headline news this week. The consumer price index has hit 5.1% and people are very concerned.
The cost of living has risen by the fastest rate in a decade. Inflation jumped by 5.1% in November. Financial advisor George Rashbrook from Sterling Law Hampshire in Fareham says people will be feeling the pinch.
What it effectively means is something that would have cost you £100 this time last year is now costing you over £105.
An extra fiver might not sound a lot, but when you apply it to everything you spend, food, clothes, petrol, gas and electric, anything you can think of, it adds up to a big increase. More concerning than that is the long-term effect. For example, if inflation were to carry on at the current rates for 10 years, that thing that cost you £100 a year ago would end up costing you £173.83. That's a massive increase. And this is particularly going to hit people with savings in the bank or the building society. If you think keeping your money on deposit is safe, now might be the time to revisit that. For example, if you've got £10,000 in the bank and inflation carries on at its current rates, you've got 10 years to grow it from £10,000 to £17,400 just for it to be worth the same amount as it is right now. However, Bank of England have raised interest rates. That's good for savers, right? Well, yes, but it's nowhere near enough to eliminate inflationary risk. The amount of interest you earn on your savings after tax has to be at least equal to the rate of inflation for a savings account to ever be a viable long-term strategy. The base rates increase from 0.1% to 0.25%. For a basic rate taxpayer to match inflation, they need to earn closer to 6.8%. So it's a bit like going into the bank manager and saying, hey, I need 680 of something, and the bank manager saying, best I can do is 25. Now don't get me wrong, a bank account is the right place for some of your money, an emergency fund, next year's holiday, any money you know you're going to spend in the short term. But over the long term, in an environment of high inflation, it's a very risky strategy with very little in the way of returns. If any of this concerns you, seek independent advice, put yourself in an informed position and plan ahead.